morning, everybody. My name is Reverend Maria Leggett, and I am coming to you live from Dayton, Ohio. I am super excited to be on here, as I am every Wednesday. Of course, I always say that. We are in this beautiful, wonderful dark shadow season. If you are in this hemisphere, if you are in the other hemisphere, it's nice and shiny and beautiful for you. But we are in shadow season, and because of it, we have lots of things that are coming up for us right now, lots of things that are reminding us of our past, things that are coming up, reminding us of past traumas and all kinds of different difficulties. So it's really important for us to be able to become very introspective in these moments. And I don't mean completely withdrawing, I just mean being able to look into yourself, look inside of yourself, what is happening. And if you see some patterns that are beginning to repeat in your life, it's going to become really important for you to start asking, what is the lesson for me to learn from this? Because there's always a lesson in the things that appear in our lives. And it's important for us to remember what those lessons are so that we can finally get to a place where they stop coming, especially if they're difficult lessons and they're hard for us. We don't always want those to continue. So it is important that we start looking at what our lesson is so that we can continue on our path of learning all the things that we are meant to learn on this wonderful soul contract that we agreed when we came down here on earth to incarnate. So, with that being said, if you are in the Dayton area on Friday evening, December 8th, I am doing a live spirit hour at Temple of the Rebel Goddess in Dayton, Ohio. And it is only open to 10 people who want to come in and receive messages from their loved ones, from their spirit guide. Everybody gets like a 5 to 7 minute reading, which is why it's limited to 10 seats. If you also live in the Dayton area, I have a classroom that I've just opened in Centerville, Ohio. And in that classroom, I will be having a beautiful guided meditation sound bath on the last Friday of the month. If you live in Northern Kentucky, I will be at the Silver Wolf Treasures and Gifts in Erlanger, Kentucky, doing readings on December 14th and December 21st. And I'm excited to do that. I've never done readings there before, so I cannot wait to be there and do readings for the people who are there. It's amazing and fun. What else do I have coming up? If you would like to take digital online classes, you can go to my online temple, templeofthesacredcircle.org, and sign up for classes there. I have free classes and paid classes. With that being said, I would like to welcome Anita to the show. Hi, Anita. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How may I be of service to you this evening?
Well, my daughter passed away a year ago, and I would like to have a reading if possible.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so may I ask your daughter's name, please?
Juana Maria.
Juana Maria.
Yes.
All right, Juana Maria, your mother would like to speak to you. So it's super interesting to me as she steps forward. I can see this beautiful, dark, super shiny hair. And I don't know if she had dark hair, but I see dark, shiny, beautiful hair. Does that make sense?
Yes, she was a dark blonde
Okay.
hair.
I just see this beautiful long hair, and it's so pretty. She
Yes.
is okay. She's talking to me about she says, "Mama, it's never long enough. It was never long enough." And it's, in reference to not having enough time together, not being able to be together long enough, wanting more time than what the universe provided for you. And she puts her hand over her heart, and I can feel, I feel there's some discomfort for me right along the center of my chest. And She's talking to me about not being able to breathe appropriately. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
And she says that she wants you to know the most important thing for you to know is that she is okay on the other side, and she needs you to know that. She says that I am free and that I can move, I can breathe, I can do all the things that I need to know. And she shows it to me as though she's unencumbered. She keeps going up under my nose, so I don't know if she had to have oxygen under her nose or not. Um, but she's just talking about having all of the things removed and being open and free. And she shows it to me as though she is a bird flying in the sky and says that she comes to you in the form of birds because it's a way for her to show you that she is free. She has freedom and that she can show up for you in the moments when you need her the most. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. What kind of birds?
It's interesting. I
Do you
see it
know?
as it looks like a brown bird, but I literally wanna say it's almost like it's a hawk because it's not
Oh.
little, it's, like, bigger, and it shows up like a hawk, and hawks
Mm.
to me are these powerful, wonderful raptors, and they are fiercely independent souls, and she's talking about being fiercely independent and not wanting to rely on other people around her. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And she says that this is a way for you to show that she has full freedom. What is that? Oh, my apologies. It is not a hawk, it is a golden eagle. So I don't know why
Mm.
that makes a difference, but she shows it to me as a golden eagle. So it's not a bald eagle where it's got the white head. It is the golden eagle that is more brown. Um, but it's still being free and being able to rise up above, letting go of the discomforts of the body. Okay, thank you. Yes, I will. She would like to know if you have a question for her, please.
Yes. If there is anything else that we can do for her to make her feel better, or I don't know.
She says that you have done everything that you needed to do. She shows me the lighting of candles and she shows me prayers. And she says that you have done everything that you needed to do to lift her soul up to where it needed to go to be released. Does that make sense?
Yes. Who
And
is she there with?
who is she there with? She shows me that there is a female stepping forward, and we have a grandmother who is with her, so she is not alone. Um,
Hmm.
and she shows me that she says that there is an extended family, like I can see family backwards. So she's with a very strong maternal line of women who have very definite ideas about who they need to be and how they move through the world. And that her fierce independence comes from this really long line of independent women. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Um, who else are you with, love? She shows me a gentleman who is stepping forward and putting his arm around her waist and saying that they are family. The way that I see him is he has darker hair. I would say more of an olive colored complexion. I'm fairly white, so he's got darker skin than me. Um, and he looks to be about 5'8", 5'9", so he's not real tall, but not short either. And he
Mm.
is thin and wearing pants with a belt around them.
I have many uncles and aunts that passed away, so I don't know exactly which one is the one that you are describing now. But I'm
Okay,
happy that she is with family.
she's definitely with family, and there's a lot of them. Like it's a big extended family. He says that he worked with his hands because I can see that there are like scars, or not scars, but calluses across his knuckles from working with his hands. Does that make sense?
Mhm. Okay.
That's who shows me that's standing next to him. And they're showing up as a representation for everybody that's with her. But they want you to know that she is not alone and that they were all there to be with her in the moment that it was time for her to cross over. So they stepped in next to her, held her hand, and helped her to go to the other side and showed her the ropes. So she was never alone for a moment. And they said that's important for you to know because you've been afraid. Is she alone? Is she lost? And they said
Yeah.
she absolutely
Yes.
is not. She is fine and wonderful. They've always had her from the moment she left her body.
Okay.
And she says that she appreciates you very much for doing all of the prayers and telling her how much you love her and supporting her throughout her life because she says that you need to know you were the mom that I needed and that you did everything for me that you could. And I want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you tremendously.
Thank you. We love her too. We miss her dearly.
Oh, thank you so very much, Nathan, for being here. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I want to thank you to everyone who is on here with me tonight watching. I appreciate all of you. If you want to find me on YouTube, go to Maria Leggett Medium and follow me, subscribe. And if you want to sign up for a reading and do a private one-to-one reading with me, you can go to the website down below, marialeggett.com. I look forward to reading and serving each and every one of you. I am so grateful and appreciative for this moment. Thank you so very much. Have an absolutely wonderful week, and I will see you in 7 days. Have a good one.